Well, hey guys, guess we're back at this thing now. Yeah, I kinda got fed up with it, so I just ended the video. And well, the plan is to get it operational, I guess. That's the goal of this video, at least. For those who are just tuning in, the clutch is stuck on this thing. Now, if you depress the clutch pedal, everything in the bell housing nicely moves, but the clutch does not disengage from the engine. It's like seized. I even tried to take off in gear, plowed into the ground, but dude, tracks just kept digging downwards. And no matter how many times I depressed that pedal, they kept digging. Had no effect at all. If you guys remember, this thing is currently in gear, so I cannot even start the engine. Because nobody is able to push that clutch pedal down if the engine is not running. Yeah, I smell a design flaw there. So basically, if you, by mistake, park this thing while gear in, you cannot start the thing anymore. Unless you push it down a cliff somewhere. Then you should be able to start it. But dude, I have no cliffs here. So I have to raise that thing up from the ground. I already rose the rear end nicely off ground. So this is... don't need to deal with that anymore. And I ordered a couple of new bottle jacks. So let's get the front end off as well. Wish there was a step-by-step guide how to lift a 16-ton bulldozer. No, I think I'm just gonna use these things. Should be able to handle the load. Or just lift it from the frame there. Yeah, probably that. I'm afraid maybe this will break off. This should be cast iron. I don't think it will handle that type of load. Well, at least I nicely mowed this area. So that's a plus. Nice work environment. May I present you the pants dozer lifter 5 million. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? I can't think of anything. Man, I don't see this thing rising. Maybe because I'm sitting on it. I'm too fat. Okay, so I maxed out both the jacks. The belly did rise up, but I don't think the jacks even moved. I think I just need to keep working on it. that it? Ooh. Suddenly got angry. Dude, I'm getting the frame up, but the tracks are not following. Well, they are slightly, but not enough. I've got a pretty decent gap there all the way to here. The front end is still on the ground though. And there is a lot of pressure back here right now. I mean, check that steel blade out. That is not liking said situation. Yo, this thing is about to fall apart. Guys, this is not looking good right now. This side is just about to fall over. Not good. So I think maybe it will go, actually. Like, most of the jack is off the ground right now. Perhaps about a meter is not. But maybe it will go. I'm gonna try. If it doesn't, then I'm not gonna torture the thing, but I'm gonna try. If it does go, I'm gonna push the blade down all the way so it would rise the rest of the machine off ground. And then I'm gonna take the gear out. Dude, I am 1,000,000,000% sure there is a better way to get the gear out. But dude, this was a lot more fun. I'm sure you agree. This was a lot more fun. We get to destroy a bunch of cheap Chinese bottle jacks. What else do you want? At least the screws are okay. Those are very expensive. Don't really care about the blocks. So guys, it's been a while now since I Dutched Joseph. I decided to work on the gear vets instead. And yeah, it's missing. Somebody stole it. Oh look, the fat ass, he's here. I think I kinda got it semi-operational. Still has a lot of issues, but and there was a major hydraulic leak on the machine. And it appears I managed to fix that problem because I don't really see any oil leaks on the carpet there. So effectively I could use this as a yanking mechanism. It's not quite there yet, but potentially it's an option. So I released the first video I made out of this problem, and according to the comments section, there can be 3 problems or 3 issues which causes the clutch to not disengage. So number 1, which was mentioned the most, is that the clutch disc or the friction disc is stuck to the flywheel, kind of mated together there. The second suggestion, throw out bearing, seized to the shaft, which should be hiding under that yellow thing. My money's on the throw out bearing, by the way. But the third possible problem would be some type of a mechanical failure in the clutch housing. Something broke off and now it's somewhere where it's not supposed to be. Effectively though, I don't think we need to remove the engine if that's the case. Steven mentioned that we should be able to get access to the clutch by taking off the cab. The clutch housing is bolted together from the middle. It's basically like these 2 giant blocks of cast iron. You just need to unbolt it and lift the top end off. Then you should have full access to the clutch. Basically the clutch is here, this section. But before I start turning this thing into a bunch of bolts and nuts, I wanna try the yanking method, or try to force the clutch open somehow. So now that I got the gear out, I just have to remember this thing. Whenever I park it with the gear in, I have to make sure that pedal is locked down. You cannot press that pedal down when the engine is not running, and you cannot change the levers into gear or out of gear when the pedal is up. So it's a really stupid dead situation. You can't really do anything. Now I can park it with gear in and take off, but all I have to remember is I have to press that thing down first before I shut down the engine. At least then I can take the gear out even if the engine is not running. May have to turn the engine manually a bit, but I can take the gear out. Because like I said, these things are solid locked. You cannot change the gears if the pedal is up. The mechanism for the lock is from this rod. It goes under the seat somewhere. And I'm guessing you can disable that lock if you remove the seat and the floor panels. But I did not want to take any chances, so lifting it seemed like the easier option out. But anyway, I wanna try maybe the easiest option. Let's just pull the blade up and go for a ride. And occasionally just kind of drive blade into the ground full throttle multiple times. Maybe it will release. That will be the easiest option to try. Now I don't really have room here, sadly, so plus I don't want to have a bunch of holes everywhere. If I can, I'm gonna take it to the other side of the road. So on that side of the property, under the power line, I can do a bunch of shenanigans. So I can plow into trees, whatever. The power people will cut those trees down anyway, so it's okay to mow them down. Now if that does not work and the clutch is still locked, I'm gonna drive it back here and probably like park it somewhere there, and we're gonna go fire up the gyrowets and just try to yank the thing hard. And if that doesn't work, then it's time for the pry bar method. Well, as I understood from the comment section, I just need to unbolt this circular thing. You replace those bolts with either longer bolts or threaded rod and back it out just enough so I would have some room to see what's going on behind the blade. Maybe spray some looby-doob there or stick a pry bar in there. Like a little access hole here under the thing. I can't really see anything. I'm gonna spray some hot soapy water in that hole. I'm not really sure if it's gonna do anything good or not. Maybe it's gonna screw everything up. But that will. Yeah, I think that's it. Second one is coming around now. You know, I noticed there's like a small hatch there. Seems to be about 10 by 10 centimeters. It's right on top of the clutch. I wonder what that is for. But I think I'm gonna open that up as well and just spray everything I have down there. Now I cannot literally see inside there, but maybe you guys can. There is some adjustment thing in the way. I'm not really sure what that is for. It's very, very little access. Do you see anything? I don't think you guys can see anything. But guys, I just remembered. A couple of months ago, Vevor sent me this thing. That thing. Put that thing there, I guess. Click. What? On. Look at that. Dude, check it out. It even has an SD card. That is normally not the case. A lot of the stuff you buy, they usually come without the SD card, so basically out of package, it's ready to go. But what is that white crap? Oh, it's like a little foreskin. Oh man. What's up, yo? Can change the light intensity, and you can also like guess like turn the thing. Wow, guys, what does that remind you? I'm gonna put the foreskin back, okay? Now I'm not really sure what normal people would normally use these for. I'm guessing for automobile stuff, but I could definitely use it to figure out why my toilet is always clogged. Might need a bigger hose though. But guys, let's go into the abyss. See what's going on. Maybe we can see something. I can't understand which way I'm at. And that's upside down. Whatever, man, let's just go in. So we can see giant gears. Man, where did I go? Did I went into the next compartment? This is a sneaky bastard, man. You know, for a clutch area, this seems very, very oily. What is that white crap, man? Is that asbestos? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that was asbestos. But you know, there isn't really much else. That's the flywheel gear. Oh, we're behind the clutch now. I mean flywheel. What do we have there? You can't really tell much of anything. Extremely cool little toy, guys. I'm sure I will have plenty of uses for it. I'm gonna throw the discount codes in the description if you want to buy one of these things. So yeah, it seems to work. Seems to do what it's supposed to do. Okay, so I'm gonna fire this thing up, let it warm up to the temperature, and then I will rise the blade up, put it in gear, pedal down, don't forget that please, and then try to take off in gear and go have some fun on the field. Hopefully I won't die. There is only one issue which might occur. Well, apart from the bony engine's clutch exploding and not being able to start this thing in gear. The other issue is the steering clutches or steering brakes. A lot of you guys said this is normal for Soviet dozers apparently, that the steering brakes, they don't kind of work immediately. They need some heat build-up or something, and I'm afraid that I won't be able to turn the machine before hitting that tree. Normally I wouldn't mind plowing against this tree, but dude, if I push it over, there's a power line there. It's gonna cause a huge headache for me. Plus this thing looks like it's about to break in two. But let's try fix number one. A nice sunny day to hopefully not die. the soap water did the trick. I heard a large pop and the clutch was free. Just like a lot of you said. This is a really good situation because I wanted to do the back road and this will be a very helpful tool for that. Very good. Now, why did I do that? I guess I just like to make a mess, guys, but it's fine. I'm planning to dig out this area anyway. Just kind of went too deep there, sadly. So this time, when parking it, I'm always gonna leave the clutch pedal down. This thing has a lock on it, so I guess the Soviets thought about it. So this way the clutch cannot get stuck if the pressure plate is pushed down all the time. It's probably not good for the pressure plate, but you know, I don't see any other option here. Oh, by the way, it was the Pony motor's engagement. The moment I engaged the Pony motor, the clutch popped open. I think the soapy water really helped because last time, you remember, we plowed into the ground, it did not release. So I guess the soapy water, wherever I sprayed it, made something happen. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up now. Just a little update on Joseph. Thing is back in action now. Joseph says hi.